Hey, welcome to Gran Gaming. We are in week 16, race B. This week we're racing on the Suzuka Circuit, and we are in the Silvia Spec R Aero. Great little car from Nissan, well balanced, and great for this track. So starting off, we're in position 6. We're positioned by Red Shell VR and Kick This, and so far we're off to a clean start. So coming up on the first turn, we got some chaos going on. And Hectic is driving a bit dirty, rams some people off the road, and gets pushed into the grass. As we pass him up because he lost his speed, he actually rams us into the dirt, but Karma pays him back as he gets flown off the track. Alright, so moving along, we're now in position 5. I'll take it up 1 position. So we have Ferga in first, and we're just 2.9 seconds from the top, so this is a close race so far, but Ferga gets thrown off the track, driving a little bit dirty himself too. And again, doesn't pay to drive dirty because, you know, it's so easy just to get rammed off or lose control if you're trying to ram someone else, and ooh. Right there, I tried to pass Red Shell up on the inside, but it didn't work out, and I actually lost a bunch of speed from it. So I back off a bit and try to catch up. Yeah, so as I was saying, the Nissan Silvia is great for this track because there's enough straights to get some good speed, but there's also a lot of turns, and these turns are actually pretty technical. You don't want to just beeline through them, but you don't want to lose your speed either. So you have to find this middle ground as you come through these wide turns. So I broke a little bit too hard there, lost some speed. Shouldn't have hit the brakes that hard there, but I am able to catch up a bit and take this turn well as we get right behind Red Shell again. Passing up the beautiful Ferris wheel on the left as we enter into our second lap. So now we're going to go through some tips and tricks for this track. Again, I'm not the fastest racer, but just want to give a little bit of knowledge that I have on this track and, you know, learning from other faster drivers. So here you want to come through and sort of trail brake and gradually gear down to 2 and come out of it at 3 if you're in the Nissan. Here you can keep most of your speed, just brake a little bit and pull through on the inside of each turn. And for here, I try to stay in 3rd gear most of the way through and just kind of modulate the throttle. If you need to go to 2, that's okay too, but for the most part, you can get through most of all these turns in 3rd gear. And then as you come to the end of those wavy turns, you want to just come out full speed and go into about 5th gear. And brake early here because it's really easy to fly off the track here if you're not paying attention. So brake and then go down to 2nd gear and pull through wide. And here we have a Moon Rabbit, you know, lost control. It's very easy to lose traction there because that turn is so sharp. But you want to come through here and slow down all the way for this hairpin and just come around it at speed. Here you want to go wide again after that hairpin and pull through to the inside. And again, just go full throttle all the way through here. As you approach here, I tend to brake too much, but you don't have to brake here as much as I do. You can keep some of your speed here, and then you want to gear down to 2. This turn here is a little bit sharper than it looks, so make sure you slow down enough to get through there. Clean driving so far, so don't have to worry about the penalty zone, but if you do get a penalty, that's where it's out on this straight. Here, you don't need to brake as much as I do. I'm still getting used to this track, but just slow down a little bit to get through there. And then get to this turn where you want to brake all the way down, gear all the way down to 1, and just come through here carefully. It's a nice chicane, nice and short, so you can just come out of it and go get back up to full throttle very quickly. Alright, so we're going to skip ahead to later in this race. Here Not Jay has caught up, and I have been kind of losing too much speed on some of these turns, so he has the opportunity to almost pass me up here, and it's a little bit of a battle. He's on my left, and tailing me, trying to get some of that drafting speed, and bumps me a little bit. I thought he might have been driving dirty, but overall, I think he was being pretty fair overall. So I go wide here to try to give him some room on the inside and let him through, because I just don't want to keep ramming into each other. So now we're in 4th position, and we have Fergat, who was in 1st place starting, is caught back up to 5th place, and is gunning for it. I can tell he wants to pass me really bad, so I'm just watching my back. And again, try not to brake here as much as I have been. Did a little bit better there. And yeah, pull through to this turn, and yeah, Fergat just goes for it. He just goes all the way in, pushes me off the track a bit, and I just do my best to stay calm and come through. It seems like Fergat and Slaughter are sort of getting into it a little bit, but not too bad. So try to give each other some space as we head into the final lap. Yeah, so for this final lap, fortunately, fallen down to the 6th position, but just still trying to have a clean race, and it's a really fun track. So like I said, still trying to get used to it, but just trying to have fun in the process. So a pretty close race here so far. We have a nice little group here between me, Slaughter, and Fergat as we come through these wavy turns. They're a lot of fun to drive through. And yeah, just at this point, just trying to drive clean, maintain my position, and keep pulling through here. I have a tendency to get kind of thrown off when other players are driving so close and, trying dirty tactics. I get kind of nervous and I tend to slow down. So I see some of the chaos happening in front of me between Slaughter and Fergat, and I just back off a bit, but I'm able to catch back up here. Slaughter goes into the grass, but I also lose some traction, and we basically end up in the same position we've been in for this final lap. So yeah, coming through, getting close to the finish line as we come through this turn here. So slow down a bit, slow down again for this sharper turn here, and try to come through. At this point, I don't feel like I'm going to have any opportunities to pass them up, so I'm really just, trying to drive comfortably, have enough buffer room behind me to drive and not worry about my rear view mirror too much. So just kind of focusing on Slaughter, Fergat, and looking for any issues ahead as I drive forward. Here we can see the Ferris wheel in the distance as we come through and come very close to the finish line through this final chicane. Come through cleanly, and it looked like Fergat has having some lag and definitely doing some cuts and stuff, and I think he gets a penalty, so we actually end up in 5th position. I'm not sure if he got a penalty or if he's just a lap behind or what's going on, but he went all the way to the bottom. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoy the racing this week, and thanks for your support. Like and subscribe.